This is Trent Willmon, and this is Real Life, Real Music.
Real Life, Real Music Radio with your host, Kyle Hutton.
Kyle.
Anytime.
Well,
if you ever need to hire me to go on the road and do introductions,
I'm telling you. Yeah.
For a small fee.
That's right.
I am available.
Peanut butter sandwiches and whiskey.
There you go. That's perfect. They can whip that up here for sure. I know that's right. Probably, I bet they could do a peanut butter old fashioned.
Oh, there you go. That kind of sounds good.
Could y'all do that back there at the bar, peanut butter old fashioned? They're like,
he said, no,
dude, we're not. We serve good whiskey here. We're not putting peanut butter in it. Okay, Trent, thank you for being here, man. I mean, your schedule is crazy with everything you're involved in and living in Nashville. I know you love to come back to Texas. Your beautiful mom is with us this evening, and you get to come see her. But thanks for taking time out of your schedule to come join us.
Well, thanks for inviting me. I've been looking for this for a long time.
Do you remember when we did the first one? I mean, the first time you were on our show, was it Do-Si-Do in the Woodlands?
It was Do-Si-Do, and I think Cody and Brandy showed up.
They did.
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think that same season, I had Cody do the show, and I think I paid him $250 in a chicken fried steak.
Don't you wish you could do that now?
I tried, and he just laughed. Oh, man. No, Trent, we're going to talk. I'm going to, of course, I'm going to just weave you down memory lane and ask you about a bunch of your songs. But would you just pick one that you want to kick us off with tonight? You just pick one and play it.
Oh, let's see here. Well, can I, yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little slow. Am I plugged in? Hang on. Can you hear me now?
We got it now.
Turn this down. Yeah, I want to play one that I wrote with my buddy Roger Krager. He's also your buddy.
He is my buddy.
Head out on the open road, let the wind blow through my soul. At the wheel I'm captain in command. Rambling man, I won't be tamed. I'm a throwback to the good old days. Some call me an outlaw. Well, maybe I am. But when a wheeling song comes on in my truck, I don't turn it down, I turn it up. Sunset, I head into town. What's the words to this, Kyle? Do you remember this?
Sing
Burn a
again.
beer joint down.
Turn something upside down.
Yeah, something like
Get
that.
a rowdy crowd.
Get a rowdy crowd. There you feel it right.
There you go. I got you.
My boots hit that hardwood stage. I know why I was made. I came to raise a little hell tonight. Y'all gonna raise some hell tonight? Someone hands me whiskey in a cup. Don't turn it down, turn it up. I get a little bit of that restless feeling now and then. Gets a hold and it won't let go until I give in. I can't get enough when it comes to what I love. I don't turn it down, I turn it up. Just like good times or a good woman's love, I don't turn it down. baby, I can't turn you down. Get a little bit of that restless feeling now and then. Gets a hold and it won't let go until I give in. I can't get enough when it comes to what I love. I don't turn it down, I turn it up.
Okay, so my wife just texted me, and I'm going to tell y'all just real quick. There's been a couple of times in my real life, real music interview career that I've been a little bit nervous at my wife's reaction to my guest artist. There was the time, have y'all ever met Daryl Dodd? There was the time Daryl Dodd spent the night at my house. And I woke up like every hour reaching over to make sure my wife was still there. She would kill me if she was here and I said that. But Tara just texted me, I hope you're having a great show. Wishing I was there. Tell Trent hello.
Tell Tara howdy.
I will tell her howdy. I'm going to actually do a video because I'm about to ask you for her favorite song.
Oh, okay.
This is her favorite song because we're on the Roger Krager bus right now. This is her favorite song that Roger has ever cut, and it's a song that you and Roger wrote called Gulf Coast Time.
Oh, wow.
And that song's had a really huge impact for Roger. I mean, you know, Margaritaville Radio picked it up, and I mean, it's just it's had a huge life, and it's just a great song. Tell us, I mean, when you and Krager sit around and write, is that like, did y'all write that one on a boat? Was there beer involved? Like what?
I wish. So I've always lived, I say for the last probably 20 years, I've lived vicariously through Roger Krager. And he's, you know, he just has this carefree whatever persona that now it's kind of strange to see him with 3 kids. But, you know, I for years, I always wanted to be Roger Krager. And in fact, the first song we ever wrote together was called Cowboys and Sailors, and I saved
great
that.
Song. You play that one too?
Probably. I might have to think about that.
Okay.
One.
All right.
This is 20 years ago. But I saved that hook for him because I thought, you know, I grew up in West Texas. He grew up South Texas on the coast, and I got to thinking, you know, there's a lot of similarities between Cowboys and Sailors. So I saved that idea for him. And that song, I think we've had it on hold twice for Kenny Chesney and once for George Strait, and you know, it's kind of, it's just one of my favorite songs I ever wrote. So same thing with Gulf Coast Time. We just, I kind of had this idea that I had saved just for Roger because he's the kind of, you know, he's my vicarious free spirit. So yeah. I think it's one of those songs, you know, when you break up with somebody, you feel like, you know, how am I going to get over that? How am I going to heal? And that's kind of...
I'm videoing you for Tara.
Oh, Lord. I'm nervous. Man, that's making me nervous.
You should be. She's a tough critic. I'm going to edit that part out.
I think it's the wrong key. Let's see. That's it. Okay. Like the way this salty, warm breeze feels as I make another cast with this old rod and reel. Sounds like things are good out there from the tone of your letter. Am I doing okay? Well, I guess you could say I've been keeping my head above water. on the deck of this old saltwater lady, dancing on the waves, where the seaside world slows down to an idle and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. You moved on with your life in California, I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things just take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time. It's nice just getting back to simple things, like the taste of this fresh key lime in my drink. Took that watch you gave me, tossed it about a mile offshore. It was just another anchor around me, weigh me down, and I don't need any more. On the deck of this old saltwater lady, dancing on the waves, where the seaside world slows down to an idle and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. You moved on with your life in California, I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things just take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time. And I feel just a little better with every breath of this ocean I take in, and my soul gets a little stronger every second I spend on the deck of this old saltwater lady, dancing on the waves, where the seaside world slows down to an idle and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. You moved on with your life in California, I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things just take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time. I guess sometimes things just take a little longer out here on Gulf Coast time.
Okay, so I think that Roger was the first person that said, "Kyle, you gotta listen to this guy," and he said, "But first, you need to go to YouTube and you need to look up Trent Willmon and rattlesnakes." And all of you tonight need to go home on YouTube and look up Trent Willmon with a rattlesnake, because he just runs them down and picks them up. Like, what's the deal with that?
Well, we don't have a lot of movie theaters and such in West Texas, so we just had to make our own fun.
That's how it's done.
It's pretty snaky up there, but there at the ranch there were just a lot of rattlesnakes, and when I was a little kid, I would run around with the local highway patrolman. His name, or the DP, he was a DPS officer. His name was Dude Speed.
Of course it was.
And back then, they had those souped up Mustangs. Y'all remember those when the DPS officer had a souped up Mustang? This thing would go 135 miles an hour. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I'd ride around with him at night. And about October, when in West Texas, sun goes down, it drops 30 degrees, and these snakes would lay up on the highway. And we fill up this steel cage with snakes. It was awesome, I was like 12, 13 years old. It was cool.
That's got to be a song, Catching Rattlesnakes with Dude Speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so, it wasn't long after watching that video that I got my hands on your first record, which included a song that had to be written by somebody from Texas, and that's a song called Beer Man.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Yeah.
That one became somewhat of an anthem for you in your recording artist days.
It did, yeah. We shot a video, big Texas flag in the background. Chris Stapleton, if you go watch the video, Chris Stapleton is playing slide guitar.
Come on.
Yeah, this was pre, Duck Dynasty looking Chris Stapleton.
Gotcha. You want to play that one for us?
Yeah. Let's see. I think I do it in D. I apologize, y'all. I spend my days in the studio now, and I don't play out near as much, so I'm a little rusty. But I think this is... Jim Beam and Johnny Walker Red. Woke up with a freight train running through my head. I'm a beer man. Johnny's more the wine kind, Bobby does his shots. Sammy sips martinis, Willie smokes pot. Yo, I'm the beer man. I've done a little stepping out there on a limb. My open mind winds up closed again. I like brown bottles and aluminum cans. Something maybe, but that's just who I am. Hey, I'm just a beer man. Any beer drinkers out here? Now take your caviar and that fish that ain't cooked. Take it off a cracker, throw it on a hook. Y'all, I'm a beer man. Lord, and if I was a rich man, tell you what I'd do, I'd be the same old plain old guy you always knew. Just a beer man. I've done a little stepping out there on a limb. My open mind winds up closed again. I like brown bottles and aluminum cans. Simple baby, that's just who I am. Hey, I'm just a beer man. It's a funny thing, my buddy Roger Krieger took me fishing one time and he just caught him a little tuna and slapped it out there on the deck, and he made sushi, and I had to become a sushi eater after that. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, I found out I have a gluten intolerance, so I'm no longer the beer man, unfortunately. But I've done a little stepping out there on the limb. My open mind winds up closed again. I like brown bottles and aluminum cans. Simple maybe, but that's just who I am. Hey, I'm just a beer man. Gluten-free beer now, y'all. Getting old's not for sissies.
Oh, man. I love that song. There must have just been a really, really, some sort of deep stream of consciousness that you had to be in to write that one.
Actually, believe it or not, I was writing with Casey Beathard, who's, y'all know, if you don't know songwriters, Casey's had probably 40 some odd #1 hit songs as a songwriter. He's incredible. He said, man, this buddy of mine that's my next door neighbor, he's a farmer. He's just a good old Tennessee farm boy, and he calls himself the beer man. And we're going to write that song today. So that was his idea.
All right.
And it just kind of fell out. And I think Casey actually gave his neighbor a portion of his songwriting credit because it was his idea. That's the kind of guy Casey is. So I didn't find that out till like 10 years later, but it's pretty cool.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Okay, so you bring up somebody that's written #1 songs, because you wouldn't brag on yourself. I'll brag on you. You've got #1 songs, and I want to ask you about one of them, and that's a song that I can only imagine. First off, I can't imagine as a songwriter, because it hadn't happened to me. I can't imagine getting the call that a song went #1. Okay, that's got to be cool. And then #2. you know, life just happens, you know, life happens. And you had a #1 song with the duo Montgomery Gentry. And we all know that, you know, there was a tragedy. And now it's Eddie's still out there doing it, right?
Still doing it.
Yeah, still doing it, and probably still singing this song.
You
but
bet. Yeah.
Tell us about this song. Was it your first #1?
This is my first #1. Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us about Back When I Knew It All. Then I wonder if you tell us how it's different when you sing it today.
That's a good question. So I wrote that with Gary Hannon and my buddy Phil O'Donnell, and when I wrote the song, you know, I thought it was a great idea. It was actually Phil Billy's idea, and but this was, you know, when I was much younger. I was still in my early 30s, and now that I've lived a little, I've got a grandbaby and another one on the way. It has a whole different ring to it, because I can look back at my younger self, and this song really resounds. You know, it means something totally different than it did, you know, 16, 17 years ago when we wrote it.
Yeah. And how did it change after the Montgomery Gentry tragedy? I mean, it has to hit you a little bit different now.
Well, I can't help but, you know, think about Troy every time I play this song. He was I think he personified so many of the great things about artists, about singers in general. You know, he had his struggles, but he just had a heart of gold, and he was just impossible not to love.
You gonna play that one for us?
Yes, sir.
Ripe old age of 19, I bought a short bed pickup chicks machine. Life ran on beer and gasoline, half a lap ahead of the law. I had a fake ID that got me into toughies. Love was a word I used to get lucky. Was a big time spender with all my plastic money. Back when I knew it all. Mom and Daddy didn't have a clue. That was back when a pitcher of beer and a couple shots made me bulletproof. Back when God was the name I used in vain to get my point across when it got too tough. Lord, I'm learning so much more than back when I knew it all. Credit cards don't mean you're rich. Beer and gasoline don't mix. Short bed Chevys can't jump a ditch, and then big house rooms are small. I learned that love is a woman who can settle you down. A Sunday sermon can turn life around. Can't believe all the answers I've found since back when I knew it all. Shots made me bulletproof. Back when God was the name I used in vain to get my point across when it got too tall. Lord, I'm learning so much more than back when I knew it all. I've done some growing up, still growing up, but I will never be as smart as Kyle. That was way back when the world was flat and my mom and daddy didn't have a clue. That was way back when a picture beer and a couple shots made me bulletproof. Back when God was a name I used in vain to get my point across when it got ticked off. Lord, I'm learning so much more than back when I knew it all. Way back when I knew it all, y'all.
All right, so you mentioned that, by the way, you don't sound rusty tonight. You sound great, man.
Well, I'm good once as I ever was. Isn't that how that goes? Something like that.
So you are spending a lot of your time in the studio, and that's. I love the way you described it earlier because I mean I've experienced this in the studio, and I can only imagine that it's what makes you one of the most sought after producers in Nashville right now, and that's that. Man, you just love it. I love it. The magic of it.
I love the magic of it. I'm the biggest country music fan in the world. I'm just a geek. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun to. When you're tracking in the studio, and Jody can tell you this, when you're watching magic, history being made, literal history being made in real time, and the amount of creativity that comes out of these players with lifelong experiences, and they put their heart and their soul into a song because they hear this magical singer that's connecting with this song. And watching that happen in real time, you can't describe that. It's the most amazing thing for a music lover that you can possibly watch.
Yeah.
I never get tired of it.
And you get to do a lot of that now because of the popularity that you've garnered as a producer. And so we can't talk about that role in your life without talking about a guy that got his start not too far from here, and that's Cody Johnson. What was the and how many records have you produced for Cody now?
I don't have a clue. We've been doing it for about 15 years, and I don't know.
So pretty much all of them.
A bunch of them. No,
Yeah.
he did a couple of records before I met him.
Yeah.
And Howie, his manager, was my roommate. And he said, man, you got to check this guy out. And I listened to a CD, and I was like, I got to meet this guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What was the first song y'all wrote together?
It was. We wrote 2 songs the same day. I had some Southwest Airline miles, and he came up and wrote with me. I think it was the first time he was ever on an airplane. And we wrote Diamond in My Pocket and A Different Day on the same day.
Wow.
And we just kept writing and wrote that first album, A Different Day.
Okay, so you brought up Jody. I've got on the hat that says Different Day.
Yeah.
And Different Day is the foundation that Jody's wife, Marcy, who's here with us tonight, and Brandy Johnson started to, do everything that they can do within their power. And I've had a front row seat to watch it, to get people out of trafficking and give them a chance to, number one, not just get out of it, because getting out of trafficking physically is like, I'm not going to say that's the easy part because it's tough, but recovering from the trauma and having a chance at having a livable life after that is what Different Day Foundation is focused on. And they do that here in the Brazos Valley by providing one of the only places where victims of human trafficking can come live. And they do it for up to 2 years for free. And they provide employment opportunities, counseling, every kind of coaching you can think of that somebody with that level of trauma would need. That's what Different Day Foundation does right here. And man, it started with a song that this guy helped Cody Johnson write. So I know that Cody still plays Diamond in My Pocket every night. Would you play that song for us?
Yeah. Let's see.
Off the Different Day record.
Yeah.
Somebody out there knows this one. Y'all better sing along.
That's somewhere in the vasectomy of In Tune, isn't it?
Saturday night and the moon is out, just a shining over top of the pines. I'm headed on out to my baby's house, gonna take her on a midnight ride down them back roads winding up out in Kickapoo Creek. What is it? Kickapoo Creek? Dancing and singing to some good old boys like me. Baby, there's a shooting star, that one's for me and you. So hold me tight and make that wish, pray that it comes true. I ain't sure of much, this I know. Yeah, I got a diamond in my pocket and my baby's got a heart of gold.
I try to sing harmonies along with you. If the guy that sings them on the road wasn't here, I don't embarrass myself.
Brought along a little courage in a Coleman cooler just to help me out. My hands are shaking like a canebrake rattler. Nothing's gonna save me now. Might as well jump in head first, lay it on the line. What am I worried about? Never gonna be a more perfect time. Baby, there's a shooting star, that one's for me and you. So hold me tight and make that wish, pray that it comes true. I ain't sure of much, but this I know. Yeah, I got a diamond in my pocket and my baby's got a heart of gold. Well, I didn't have money for the Broadway show, but the crickets are singing to the radio. We got tickets along the very front row. And baby, there's a shooting star, that one's for me and you. So hold me tight and make that wish, pray that it comes true. I ain't sure of much, but this I know. Yeah, I got a diamond in my pocket and my baby's got a heart of gold. Yeah, I got a diamond in my pocket, my baby's got a heart of gold. My baby's got a heart of gold.
Come on. Yeah, that's a great one. Is everybody doing okay out there? Y'all doing good so far? Okay, all right. Justin, you good? Okay, Justin had a request. He had a request. He talked about, years back, driving down the road and listening to a song called Feel a Good One Coming On.
Oh, wow.
You remember that one?
Vaguely.
It's a great record.
Yeah.
But I'm putting you on the spot because Justin's sitting on the front row.
Two 6-packs of Shiner, 99-cent butane lighter, Lucky Strikes and a fifth of Patron. Ice down that igloo cooler, take a gas that ought to do her. Feels like a good one coming on. Throw in Ray Wiley Hubbard, sing along to Redneck Mother. Any blues I had before are gone. Another week of work is over, no chance of staying sober. I can feel a good one coming on. Y'all
2 blondes and 3 blondes in a ragtop Mustang followed us out to the lake. Hell, didn't have to think about that too long. Skinny dipping in the bright moonlight, situation couldn't be more right. I can feel a good one coming on. Yeah, we're gonna roll all night, gonna get to feeling right, gonna keep this party rocking till the break of dawn. 'Cause I can feel a good one, looks like a good one. I can feel a good one coming on. I don't do the party till the break of dawn anymore, but
That's a good one. Songs change as we get older, or our ability to actually fulfill them gets a little tougher. Okay, I want to tell you, talked to my buddy from Robertson County, right? I'm a Robertson County resident now, and so we're kind of out in the country, and not too far down the road is, well, I call him my second cousin because it'd be too difficult if I told you about the whole family tree and all the forks and splits and branches that
at least
fell
you got
off.
forks in your family tree.
Yeah, true. That's a good thing. But anyway, so I call him my second cousin. He lives down the road, and he's got a roping arena. And so I've always loved cowboy songs. You know, Chris Ledoux, Daryl Dodd's "One Ride in Vegas" is one of my favorite songs. I mean, like a good cowboy song just always gets me. And so I went over to my cousin Michael's and went over there on the night that some guys were going to be out there roping, and you know, I can ride a horse, and I've thrown a rope at least at the rope and dummy, and I went over there to kind of see how I could, you know, get involved, thinking maybe they'd put me up on a horse and let me throw a few. And he said, well, hey, start over there, grab one of those ropes and go over there and just, you know, work on that dummy for a little bit. And I was over there for about 15 minutes, and he came back and went, well, why don't you come work the chute? So that's what I did all night, was work the chute and hand cowboys Coors Lights.
That's an important job.
That was my job. One of my favorite songs of yours is a song called "Rope and Pen." Now, you've spent some time cowboy, and tell us a little bit about your background on that, and then play us that song.
Well, I grew up on ranch, but I didn't actually start team roping until right before I got to college, and then we were poor. We didn't have anything you could actually that was actually trained, you know, to rope off of. But we, you know, growing up, and so I didn't compete in that. I rode broncs and whatever. But when I got to college, I just started slowly learning to team rope, and I spent quite a bit of my life trying not to suck at it, and I've never accomplished that feat.
Now, did you roped in the Kojo Invitational in Belton this past year, didn't you?
I wouldn't call it that. No, it was miserably embarrassing.
Well, at least you weren't working the chute.
I think I would have been better off working the chute, passing out Coors Lights.
So tell us about rope and pen. I love it because I think it captures everybody, even the guy that's working the chute.
Well, there was a time when I actually did have a decent rope horse, and so I did that on the weekends, and I was working for a horse trainer, and so I got around a bunch of guys that also team roped, and we actually would cobble this little roping arena together, and it was the corner posts of this roping arena were like old farm implements and like an old hickory tree. And we had to go round up the cows every time we wanted to rope. So it was pretty rough, but we had such a great time, and it was sort of our communal gathering place where we just really sorted out pondered life and drank beer, and that was really what it was all about. Even though we had a good, we were trying to team rope and be somewhat competitive, but it was really about the camaraderie. So that's really what this song's about, I feel like. Every Friday afternoon, I hitch up the trailer, saddle up old rock, and ice down the cooler. I drive an old back road till it ends. at the rope and pen. There's rusted out pickups and then fancy rigs, $20,000 horses, then there's my old stick. But we're all the same the minute we ride in to the rope and pen. Well, I ain't no Clay or Speed, but I give her hell, hey, you never can tell. Someday I just might be. We'll turn a few steers and we'll tell a few lies, kick back in the saddle and philosophize. Most of life's problems, yeah, we're gonna solve them down at the rope and pen. We don't do it for the money, you were always broke. Just ask my buddy Jody what he paid a rope. He's lost 14 wives and half the fingers on his hands to the rope and pen. And it takes a little skill and a little luck. You can talk smack if you can back it up. Although we're all friends, no matter who wins down at the rope and pen. Well, I ain't no Clay or Speed, but I give her hell, hey, you never can tell. Someday I just might be. We'll turn another pen of steers, tell a few more lies, drink another case of beer and hypothesize. Most of life's problems, by God, we're gonna solve them down at the rope and pen. We'll see y'all again next weekend down at the rope and pen. Down at the rope and pen.
That song. Okay, I just got a text from our producer. Before I forget, I need to get a liner for the radio show. So you're going to say, this is Trent Willmon, and this is Real Life, Real Music. And then you guys are going to go absolutely nuts for the people in San Luis Obispo, California.
Oh, wow.
That will be listening to the show. I'll go like this when we've had enough, all right?
This is Trent Willmon, and you're listening to Real Life, Real Music.
Perfect. Now I need you to do it right. I'm just kidding. We're gonna get one more. Because some people, like, I know you and I are older, and we used to only consume music on the AM and FM bands, which means we had to listen to it. So some people listen to Real Life, Real Music. A lot of people watch Real Life, Real Music. So if you can say, this is Trent Willmon, and this is Real Life, Real Music, then it kills two birds with one stone.
Wow.
See how that works?
That's just incredible.
Besides, they were just getting warmed up. So
That's right.
Let's do one more.
Yeah. All right. Where are you Eagles fans at? Both of them are here. That's good. This is Trent Willmon, and this is Real Life, Real Music. Did that suck?
That was great. That was perfect. Second time's a charm. Oh, man. Okay, I told you I was going to have my Porter Wagner moment. What can I say about CC Creations? They do, I don't know what percentage of the merch that they do for the music industry, the sports industry. I got to tour their facility a few months back, and they were working on stuff for Nike, Lululemon. I mean, you go down the list, and those guys right here, down the road here in Bryan, are doing amazing things. And if you ever, if like you geek out on technology and you ever get a chance to go tour that facility, I mean, it is amazing. They can print 40,000 shirts a day.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? That's a lot of shirts. Yeah. So, CC Creations, not only do they help outfit and supply merch for guys like Trent that are going up and down the road trying to make money for their family, but they put money back into the community and the culture. So appreciate CC Creations. And then my friends at Blue Forge Alliance. Man, every time I see a news headline and I see something going on in Washington, D.C., I think, you know what? There's some people that for a living navigate this kind of stuff to try to make our world a better place. And Blue Forge Alliance does that through their work with the United States Navy and with our government. And man, I appreciate what you guys do every day to help keep us safe and allow us to assemble in places like this. Thank you for what you do. I'm looking at all the Blue Forge people. Thank you guys for what you guys do to help make sure that we have what we need here in order to live the kind of life that we get to live. So Blue Forge Alliance, CC Creations, our sponsors for this year. Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause. I see margaritas coming to the stage for you or something like that. Manny just brought you something. Speaking of, I think Trent just got out of the studio. He just produced a new record for Kevin Fowler and Roger Krager. They've got a duo called Dos Borrachos. And as you can imagine, there's just as much drinking involved as you would think with that name and those two. And you want to play a Kevin Fowler song you wrote?
Sure. I love Kevin Fowler.
Yeah. Which one? How long y'all been writing together?
Probably about 18 years, maybe.
Golly.
20 years. We've known each other for a while. He's the other guy I've always lived vicariously through. I mean, wouldn't you want to be Kevin Fowler? Fast or slow? Drinking or not? Sad or happy? There we go. All right.
Drinking. Well, that can be happy or sad. Depends which side of the drink you're on.
Try an F. This might be a train wreck. It's like the national anthem. You know, when you get to that high note, you're like, oh man, I should have started that a little different. Sunset by the lake looked just like a dream. My world stopped on a dime when she hopped out of that Jeep. All my buddies said, oh, don't waste your time. She's out of your league. But I was out of my mind for that girl. Barefoot in a sundress, top down, hair in a wild mess. Sweet smile, singing to the summer of '69. That girl, just a little crazy, green-eyed, sweet child of Dixie. And everything I ever hoped I'd find that girl. They say some people never change, and girl, I know that's true, 'cause you still turn me on as much as you used to. And every time we touch, I'm still 17. In my arms, you'll always be. That girl, barefoot in a sundress, top down, hair in a wild mess. Sweet smile, singing to the summer of '69. That girl, just a little crazy, green-eyed, sweet child of Dixie. And everything I ever hoped I'd find that girl. That girl, barefoot in a sundress, top down, hair in a wild mist, sweet smile, singing to the summer of '69.
Okay, so we talked about, the early Cody Johnson days, right? We talked about the first couple of songs y'all wrote together in a project that went on, and you guys have gone on to write more songs together and record a bunch of records, and now that guy is just out of the stratosphere in country music, and I couldn't be more happy that somebody that I feel like comes from our camp, you know what I mean? The camp down here is teaching the world what country music is about again, and we have with us tonight his band leader, and a guy that gets to play a couple of songs that I'm hoping Trent's going to play. This guy gets to play them every night. So, Jody, why don't you come put this guitar to some use up here and tell us about a couple more Cody Johnson songs and play those for us.
Yeah. And Jody Bartilla, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Country music royalty.
Or something. we call him the Pope.
The Pope. Yeah. This is one I wrote with Cody. This is a couple records back, but so this is for you, you ladies out there. Actually, Cody and I wrote this about our wives. We both outpunted our coverage. Am I somewhere in tune? Pretty close enough, yeah. Anyway, so sorry, y'all. See what my wife has to put up with. Hang on, let me tune this right quick.
Well,
sorry, y'all. There it is. Anyway, so Cody and I wrote this about our wives because they're amazing humans, and well, we're just dudes. So you fellers know what I'm talking about. Never been a cool hand Luke, quarterback of a winning team, or the guy with the right kind of punchlines everybody wants to be. I never was that lucky old cuss with a straight flush in his hand, but with you, baby, I am. I ain't no Patrick Swayze. My old boots never danced on air, never walked with a swag looking sharp as a tack, lit up like Times Square. Who's that guy with a big old smile, white as a Rio Grande? With you, baby, I am. Strong as an oak, soft like leather, high as a pine, light as a feather. Same old boy, but a whole lot better whenever you're holding my hand. I used to poke fun of them punch-drunk lovers, never thought I'd be that man. Baby, with you, I am. Baby, with you, I am. I've always been a do-it-my-way drifter. Another highway, another town. Never thought about that little white house with a porch all the way around. Yeah, I never saw me on a sweet talking dreams, but I'll be down with you, baby, I am. Strong as an oak, soft like leather, high as a pine and light as a feather. Same old boy, but a whole lot better whenever you're holding my hand. I used to poke fun of them punch-drunk lovers, never thought I'd be that man. Baby, with you, I
same old boy, but a whole lot better. Whenever you're holding my hand, I used to fall in front of them punch-strong lovers. Never thought I'd be that man. But baby, with you, I am. Baby, with you, I am. You, I am. Jody Bartilla, baby. Yeah. So wait, a few years ago I wrote this song with a buddy of mine, Barrett Baber. He was on The Voice, and great bluesy kind of singer, big old tall redneck kid from Arkansas. And we wrote this song, and I played it for my wife. She said, "You know, you ought to play that for Cody." And typically I don't pitch songs directly to him, but sometimes my wife tells me to, so. And we were kind of looking, I know we were kind of, as a group, when we were making this record, we were kind of looking for something sexy or whatever. And, but the song was a little bit risque, and so I figured I waited till I knew Brandy was going to be on the bus, and I went to the bus, and Jody might have been on the bus with us, I can't remember.
I think I was, yeah.
And so I played this song for Cody, and Cody calls it the dog whistle look, and you can tell when when you play somebody a song and they're like, they kind of have this, they turn their, when you blow a dog whistle and the dog kind of does that, and I could tell it was a little risque for Cody. He's like, I don't know if I can say that, and Brandy looked over at him and said, "That song's about me. You need to cut this song." So I have to thank my wife and Brandy both for wearing that black dress, red shoes, makeup, perfume, diamonds. You always impress, turn heads the second you walk through that door. 'Cause you're like a real life work of fine art. Baby, you're priceless. And I just want to get home and get that little black dress down on the floor. 'Cause when you got nothing on, there ain't nothing wrong. Loving you all night long, baby, it's all I want to do. I've seen those mountains high, I've sailed the ocean blue. But when you got nothing on, ain't nothing got nothing on you. Yeah, you're better than Venice, Vegas, New York, LA, Paris. You're Vermont in the fall, the Grand Canyon on a full moon. And they can keep those high-rise, high-price mansions I wouldn't trade places, as long as you're right here beside me, baby. I've got a room with a view. 'Cause when you got nothing on, there ain't nothing wrong. Loving you all night long, baby, is all I want to do. I've seen those mountains Bartula, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I've seen the mountains high. I've sailed the ocean blue. When you got nothing on, ain't nothing got nothing on you. When you got nothing, ain't a damn thing, got a damn thing on you.
Trent Willmon, everybody.
Cody Bartula.
Yeah. Now you know why Tara wanted to be at the show tonight. So while you're in that spot, another song that when Tara heard it, she's like, "I like this guy." Was a song called "Keep On Loving You."
Oh, there you go. Huh.
You play that one for us?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually wrote this with my buddy Chris Stapleton. So years ago I was writing for Seagayle Music. That was my first sort of real job in the music business. I was a staff writer for a publishing company, and after about 3 or 4 years there, I heard this kid auditioning for our song plugger in the next room. Actually, it was like down the way, probably 3 doors down, but we could still hear this loud son of a bitch. And I'd never heard anybody sing like that. And so I got to be friends with Chris over the years, and we wrote about half of my first record together. And but this was our first big hit. We actually had our first song recorded together. Is a song called "Rain on a Tin Roof," and Little Big Town and Julie Roberts both cut the song, but this song actually made us some money. And it was on a movie that you will see this week, played many times, called Valentine's Day.
Very cool.
And this duo cut this song, and they got the song all the way up to number 2, and then they broke up. We killed their career, essentially. So sad. Baby, life has got you run down. Think it's time, girl, that we slow down. Take a look, it's almost sundown. Why don't you lay right here? Let me just ease your mind, giving you all of my time. I'm gonna keep on loving you strong and slow. Where do you want me to? Baby, my whole life through, I'm gonna keep on loving you. Baby, keep on. When that morning sun is dawning, baby, both of us should just call in. We got too much love to fall in, and you can't just lay right here. Let me just ease your mind, giving you all of my time. I'm gonna keep on loving you strong and slow. Where do you want me to? Baby, my whole life through, I'm gonna keep on loving you. Won't you just lay right here? Let me ease your mind, give you all of my time, baby. I'm gonna keep on loving you strong and slow. The way do you want me to?
good time tonight? Everybody good? All right. Can I play you one, Trent?
Please do.
Actually, it's been a long time since you've heard this song, because we wrote it a long time ago.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. So the first time, I told you when I met Trent on Real Life, you know, like he was one of those guys that I just because of his authenticity. I mean, y'all see what I'm saying, right? I mean, he's just a great songwriter, great singer, obviously great musician and great ear for song. And I went to Nashville and had a bunch of writing appointments set up one week. I was getting ready to record a record, and I talked Trent into letting me write with him, and we had an early write, and he actually let me sleep on his couch, which, by the way, I will tell you, is still like the most comfortable couch I've ever slept on.
I still have that couch.
Do you really?
Yeah,
It had some kind of Tempur-Pedic. I don't know what it was, but it was comfortable.
It's squishy.
It's squishy.
Yeah.
It was a squishy couch. And I get up the next morning, and Trent, I mean, is like making a cowboy breakfast. I mean, there's like sausage and biscuits and eggs and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, dude, I want to write with this guy all the time. And we sat down and we started talking, and I had this idea for this chorus, and I had a couple of lines and just kind of a general direction to go. And you know, if you've been in a relationship for any amount of time at all, you know it can be tough, and it's anybody that's been together for a while, it's because they've just made it through some stuff, you know. And I don't remember exactly what the circumstances were when I showed up at your front door needing a couch and some breakfast and get something off my chest. But this is what we came up with. We could throw in the towel, give up right now. Probably be the easy thing to do. It ain't no unforgiven sin. Just look at all our friends. There'll be no fingers pointing back at me and you. Or we could throw our selfish pride aside, take a little ride, one more try. If we can make it down this stretch of rocky road, then we can make it through anything at all. When it feels lonely, baby, there's a reason why. There ain't much traffic down the extra mile. I don't know where this old road leads, and letting go of what we know can be a scary thing. But this hurt ain't what we wanna hold on to. So let's drive into the blue until there's nothing but me and you. Yeah, we're all we've got to hold on to. If we can make it down this stretch of rocky road, then we can make it through anything at all. When it feels lonely, baby, there's a reason why. There ain't much traffic down the extra mile. Breaking down, we're breaking through. It's called the road less traveled, 'cause not many people do. So if we can make it down this stretch of rocky road, then we can make it through anything at all. that one. All right, so because I'm wearing the hat, and because we got representatives from the organization in the house tonight, think you could give Different Day a try for us? We'll edit it out if it doesn't go well.
Gosh. I don't even know the words. I think it'd be a big train.
A train wreck? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right.
Sorry.
So go listen to the song Different Day, the title track from the Cody Johnson record. And go to differentday.org, differentday.org to learn about what Brandy and Cody because of Brandy and Brandy because of Marcy, what they're doing to make the world a better place at Different Day Foundation. So... okay, so because we've probably all been there before, I'm going to ask you, well, first off, let me tell you thank you again for being here tonight. Man, every time you come down here and we get to do this, I just love spending time with you. So thank you for being here. And I'm serious about looking up Trent Willmon with a rattlesnake when you leave, okay? You got to watch that video. You can go to trentwillmon.com for anything related to Trent. And man, keep putting out music that we all love to listen to. Help these guys from Texas and other places make great country music. Appreciate you doing that.
Thank you. Well, I love doing it.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about arguably my favorite song of yours as an artist for you to finish off the night. I think everybody can relate to this song probably to some degree. And it's a song you put out that did pretty well for you in your recording career called On Again, Off Again.
Oh, yeah. Well...
Tell us a story on that one, and have you all had a good time tonight with Trent Willmon? Thank y'all for being here. Hey, next month, my buddy Drew Womack is going to be our guest. Yeah. Yes. Sons of the Desert, if you want to brush up on Drew Womack, Sons of the Desert, he right now he's the touring lead singer for the band Lone Star. And then he's got his incredible catalog as a singer-songwriter. But you're not going to want to miss Drew Womack, so be nice to whoever let you use their tickets if you're a guest. And come back and join us again. Thank you, Stella Hotel. Thank you, Lake Walk. Thank you, Destination Bryan, for being my co-presenters. And again, my friends at CC Creations and Blue Forge Alliance, thank you guys for making nights like tonight possible. It means a lot. Yeah. Oh, can I say one more thing? Trent, I keep interrupting you when you're about to tell a story. We have, sometimes this happens, sometimes it doesn't. I know we've got a few musicians in the house tonight, okay? If you want to, like, just, any of you musicians, if you want to have, like, one more drink, I'm glad to buy you one. But every once in a while, we find ourselves just like in a little circle right there in the middle of the room where we get to maybe play a couple of songs we didn't get to during the show. I'm looking over there at a couple of musicians that are here tonight. I'm looking over here at one. Got a few minutes? All right. We're going to have just a little bitty picking party right here, like right after. We won't stay late. But if you want to stay, that's cool. You just kind of turn your chair around and face the middle, and we'll have a little picking party. Is that all right?
I'm in.
I'll buy you another margarita or whatever you're drinking.
Well, that's great.
All right. You're just staying upstairs. All you got to do is stumble your way up. Hit the right button on the elevator. Tell us about this song and play it for us, Trent.
Well, so we... I think every song I had up to this point was about beer, and which is great. I love beer. However, it was funny because we go play these shows, and my front row, about 4 deep back, on the front row, were these big, stocky linebacker-looking dudes, and that was cool and all because they'd buy me beer, And then we came out with this next song. And it changed drastically. They were like hot, beautiful women at the first. So I didn't miss the big sweaty dudes after that. It was really life-changing. I learned a valuable lesson. You write for the girls, and everything else just kind of takes care of itself, right? So this song was written by Marv Green, Jimmy Melton, and Philip White. I'm glad you picked up the phone. I know that we both agree we leave each other alone. We're just wasting our time. Yeah, we know it ain't right. There's no going back. But having said that, I wish you would come over and drink my best bottle of wine. You can lay on my shoulder and I can lean on you just one more time. You can mess up my head and mess up my bed before the morning light, but I need your on again, off again, on again tonight. Baby, I don't expect things to change. We gotta get on with our lives. This place is a beautiful thing. When you need some room, baby, I don't know about you, but I'm lonely right now. I'm just thinking out loud. I wish you would come over and drink my best bottle of wine. You can lay on my shoulder and I can lean on you just one more time. You can mess up my head, mess up my bed, leave before the morning light, but I need your on again, off again, on again tonight. Well, no, I don't care. Baby, I can come over there. I can drink up all your boots for wine. Y'all don't know what that is, do you? 'Cause I need your on again, off again, on again. You're on again, off again, on again tonight. Again tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trent Willmon.
Kyle Hutton, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
All right. So give us a few minutes. I mean, if you're interested, we're going to pull out some guitars and sit around here and have a little fun. If not, if you got a day job, sucks for you. You're going to miss out. No, I'm just kidding. Thank y'all for being here.